So, good evening, everyone. I'd like to thank you for coming on and welcome you to the kickoff of Building Healthier and Wealthier with Alternatives. My name is Ibadane Smith. I do have a website, networkingforsuccess.info. I have a podcast, I have a YouTube, I have two very, very good books. And building healthier and wealthier with alternatives for me is about introducing people to products and services that improve your health and overall wellness. Literally from your longest hair to your longest toenail. So all things in between. That's healthier. And it's also wealthier. Wealth isn't always about money.
Right?
If you are valuable, if you are healthy, if you are in a good mood, if you walk into a room and it lights up, that's wealth. Something that you're able to share with people as well as have yourself. I say that's a wealth you could never go broke from. You can't spend it all. It's you're forever recharging. But there is that financial wealth as well that can help us acquire financial freedom. It can help us acquire all of the things that we need first and foremost, and then
Mhm.
go ahead and grab onto those things that we want. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as everything is done in moderation, and as long as everything is done in a solid foundational way, and also a legacy way. If you have young people or nieces and nephews or your friends' children, if you have none, so that you can start building wealth, saving it, investing it, and teaching others how to do it. But when you can combine two things, when you can combine great products and services that fulfill you internally to make you valuable, make you healthy, make you internally, spiritually wealthy. And then the other thing is to build income if that is something that you are interested in doing. And that's why we have building healthier and wealthier with alternatives. And I'm only calling it alternatives because it's an alternative to clocking in and clocking out at a job. You can have a job, but if you're looking to build residual income, if you're looking to build, and I say the younger you are, the more you should work to do this because you have a lot of time. You can pick and choose what you want to do with it, but you do have a lot of time and energy the younger you are. So if you go out there and you make your money in so many different ways that are available to you, once you see all of the options that we're going to present in this series, then when you get a little older and you meet that special someone and you might have a few children, you don't have to work as hard the older you get because in your young years, you have already built and laid that financial foundation because you're listening to us today.
Mhm.
So I want to introduce you to our guest speaker. We're going to talk today about a company called Sisel, Sisel. If you received this invitation, hopefully you did. You may have had a chance to go to my website, sisel.net/EVADYNE 96. If you haven't had a chance, now go and take a look at it. But we're gonna talk about Sisel. I'm gonna let Bobbie handle it because she's awesome. She is a woman, a mother, a friend, a grandmother. She is a certified nutritionist and cancer coach, prevention and healing coach. She is well, I'm going to say she's well rounded because now I'm thinking about the instrument that she plays. She's an awesome drummer. And I don't know if you know, like I know, that's probably one instrument that you need a lot.
A lot
And
of
so
energy.
Bobbie has that, right? Bobbie has that. So I want to introduce you to the beautiful Bobbie S-E-A, Siegel. You can find her on Facebook under Bobbie Siegel. Correct, Bobbie?
That's right. That's right.
I'll turn it over to you and thank you
Oh,
so much. Everyone, let's just be quiet and listen for them.
okay, well, and thank you for this is going to be fun. But what I'm about to discuss is only applies to certain people, and a couple people on the call. And so I'm wondering if you qualify. And because I'm with a company that does so much, and you might not have heard of it, but I've done my research. I don't want to lose any of my friends. I've been with this Sisel for now 7 years. And it is, besides marrying my husband, having my 2 kids and my 5 grandkids, I would say this is one of the best things I've ever done. I even put it above my music. And my husband and I have played all over. We've done shows and all over. I played all over New York. And anyway, so let's see if you qualify. So I'm going to ask you, do you brush your teeth? Do you wash your hair? Do you do laundry? Are you concerned about your immune system and everything that's happening in the world? I think it's 1 in 4 people have cancer, people are getting Parkinson's, Alzheimer's. So you're worried about that. Do you want to lose weight or even convert fat into muscle, which I have done, by the way? Could you use more money? Are you interested in father time, slowing down the aging process, which I have done? It's this company is something that I never thought in a million years I'd be doing. It really just fell into my husband and I's laps. It really did. And I'll tell you the story about that, but I'm a manufacturer's rep for Sisel. And again, I've been with them for 7 years and they really changed my life. Honestly, this company, well, to me, it's like gold. I will tell you, I had adult onset asthma from the time I was 32. And the doctors had me, oh my gosh, 5 years of allergy shots. Um, the 15 years before Sisel, I was taking twice a year antibiotics, steroids, flu shots, all kinds of medications. Um, I wound up in the emergency room. I almost died. It was just horrible. But Sissel came into my life and totally changed. I didn't know about all the toxins and how bad medication can be, but we love medication because it does. I'm not against medication. I want to make a strong point on that. We need our incredible hospitals and medication when needed. You just don't, to me, don't want to be on them, in my opinion, for the rest of your life. And that's what was happening to me, and my health was just disintegrating. I had the beginning of dementia. It was really bad. So that was 7 years ago. I was 69. So I want to tell you about, by the way, we are in 41 countries and we're getting ready to go into Mexico. And Sisel is a family of scientists, and they were the pioneers of doing no toxins, none, Sisel safe. They were the pioneers of doing no toxins 30 years ago, maybe even longer. But Sisel has been in existence for 13, maybe 14 years, is when they paid cash for their manufacturing facility. Big Pharma did try to buy them out, by the way, with millions and millions and millions. They were half a billionaires then, these scientists. It's a whole family. And I mean, if you met them, you would just love these people. But Big Pharma tried to buy them out, and Tom Maurer Sr. said, no. He said, I could travel all over the rest of my life. I could fish. I could do anything I want. I'm going to build the biggest manufacturing facility. I'm going to have the best products that can possibly be. And I am going to have the best compensation plan. By the way, my husband actually became incredibly successful. Thank goodness he didn't stay in music. He went into advertising and became the president and had 8 offices. But he made it on 1%, and Sisel gives back 62%. But I did not do Sisel because of the money, because we didn't need that. We were successful, and we could just play our music and have fun. But Sisel came into my life, and I'm like, I've got to share this. This is what I'm going to do the last part of my, I'm going to be with Sisel when I'm 100. So I'm 76 now. And I really love the company. So they're a family of scientists. And I don't know if people know, I'm finding out people are waking up in this country. So back in 1980, 180,000 toxic chemicals were grandfathered into all of our products, personal care. I mean, I'm sure you all know that things are not right. And there's a reason people are getting sick. And when you talk about cancer right now, I think it's 1 in 4, maybe 1 in 3, might be the newest statistics, have some form of cancer. And that can be changed. There's so much to learn, and I'm very into cancer prevention. There's so many things you can do to prevent a lot of these diseases. But the government grandfathered all that in. And by the way, they're planning, from what I hear, to add another 2,000 toxic chemicals a year, which is just devastating. And by the way, they came out with it's called the Deshay Act, and another one, I'm sorry, I can't remember, but you, the consumer, are supposed to research everything. Every product that you take, you have to look at the ingredients and go to maybe pubmed.gov, or there's other ones, and you have to research what you're using. And it's unbelievable because, first of all, they make it difficult because now they're disguising, like sodium lauryl sulfate, they might put SLS, the dyes, there's a lot of numbers instead of what a product is. So this to me is devastating because people are being blinded and they need to know. And I just love educating people. And by the way, my husband wrote a show for this company that we do. We don't even sell products. All we do is educate people, and they just can't believe it. But so I know everyone watches commercials also. I'll just touch on this. And you see someone riding a bike and they're hugging their children and their grandchildren and this wonderful music and the flowers and all that. And in the background, you hear, they're taking this medicine and makes them so happy. And then in the background, you hear may cause heart attacks, strokes. I'm sure you've all heard that. Could mess up your kidneys, kidney failure, liver failure. I even heard one, I'm sorry to say this, but one said, you could get gangrene of the testicles. Sorry, but it's true. I think I videoed that. But anyway, that's what's going on. And I am an advocate in helping people with their health, giving them power. And when you start learning, and I research every day, I transcribe, I'm with the formulators and doctors and nurses, and it's unbelievable when you start learning and finding out. So the Maurer mission from Sisel, they own a company called Supernatural. I want everyone to write that down. Super, S-U-P-R-A, natural. That is Sisel's manufacturing facility. And they manufacture, this is the brilliant thing about this company. There's never, to me, I ask people, if you can find something better than this, I want to know, because I've searched all my life for something like this, and it's the best thing ever. But so this company manufactures Supernatural 150 other companies. They manufacture for hundreds of thousands of products. So they're manufacturing for over 100 multi-level marketing companies and 50 big box companies. When you join us, we own our own store, like an Amazon store, but of course 100 times better for the quality. And you have your products. I mean, everything for your household and coffee, tea, cleaning products, immune system, everything, skincare. Wait till I tell you about that, because I went to New York and studied skincare in 1968. So that's really basically what Sisel is. The great thing about them is everything they paid cash for. People don't realize they buy third party. I learned at an early age because I grew up with nothing, and my neighbors gave me food and it's a long story, but people don't realize, they don't think, you got to think out of the box. And not, for me, I try not to do any third party. I want everything to come right from the manufacturing facility. And that's what's so brilliant about this company. They do no toxins. They paid cash, 150, 200 million, I can't remember. The manufacturing company, Supernatural, is the size of 9 football fields. I actually flew there because when I started learning about the company, I just said, I've got to find out for myself, because I have a lot of friends. I don't want to lose anyone by representing something that's not there. And believe me, it's unbelievable. If you go there, if you meet the owners, it's like something you've never seen. They even have their own water system that people come from all over the world to see. They do advanced scientific liquid nutraceuticals that are beyond anything you've ever taken. A lot of people are now doing things like that, and we might be manufacturing for them, but we have all the molecules, and it's too much to explain now, but believe me, we do products that do amazing things. Look up, I'm going to give everyone a homework. Look up the word fucoidan, Fucoidan, fucoidan. Go to pubmed.gov. Thousands of researches have been done on that. It supports your body to do apoptosis, killing of cancer cells. I mean, there is so much information, and I'm just so lucky that I have found this company, and I give people power. I give them hope. Did you know you could cure type 2 diabetes? People that are diabetic think it's the end of the world. No, you can change it. So anyway, I think that's about all I'm going to say for now, unless, and maybe if you have questions, I will tell you, before going into Sisel, my husband, I call him Dr. Siegel as a joke. He's not a doctor, but for 50 years, he's been into alternative. And he was walking around with this. You see this? I don't know if you can see it. Do you see this? The age pill. So
Yes, I see it. Yes.
NASA, all the astronauts, this is just one of our products that slows down the aging process. I've done my DNA. It's unbelievable. I can't even believe it myself. But my husband was walking around with this product, and I thought he had lost his mind. Oh no, the astronauts are taking this, and I sound like a musical instrument. But he said, no, I'm taking this. And he starts telling me about the astronauts are buying from this company and NASA. And I really thought my husband had lost his mind. And I went to my doctor, who is a real MD, Dr. Tarek Shafi. He's a real MD from the Dominican Republic. he started treating people there with prescriptions and they were getting worse. Not that, again, sometimes we need prescriptions. But then he'd treat them with natural products and they were getting better. And so he came to the United States and he became a PhD naturopath. And he speaks 4 different languages and he's a researcher. So my husband's walking around with this, and I'm like, I went to Dr. Shafi and I said, would you research this company since you're a researcher? Because this is the weirdest thing I ever heard of. So my doctor researches and he comes back 2 weeks later and he says, Bobbie, can I come on board and can I buy in bulk? And I'm like, oh my God, what is this? What is it? And he said, well, there's a lot of companies out there and there's some good ones out there. He said, I've never seen anything like this company is doing in 35 years. And I said, what makes it different? And he said, well, when you go to a lot of these places, I'm not going to name any places, but when you go and buy vitamins, by the way, we don't do vitamins, we do highly advanced supplements and, nutraceuticals. But when you go to those places, they might be okay, but it's fairy dusting, a lot of it. They put just a little bit. He said, what Supernatural is doing is they put in a high quality ingredients and an abundant amount of them. He said, that's what I can't believe. It's the amount they're putting in all these products. We have one product that's, I think they put 100 million into that Avenger. They did it for Lyme disease and they wound up realizing it helps with COVID and cancer and all kinds of things. So it's an amazing, amazing company that has so far past everyone. We have tens of thousands of Amish people buying from us. It's the best thing I've ever done. So anyway, I'm here to educate and teach anyone that I can. If I can't answer it, I'll come back with the answer later. But if you have any questions, because it is a lot to know about, but you joined Sisel, and I'm telling you, it's going to change your life like it did mine. So, does anyone
Thank you.
have any questions?
Thank you. I want to say thank you. And if there's anyone who has any questions regarding Sisel, and so I just also want to mention you had the DNA test done, and it indicated that your DNA was 30 years younger than your actual earthly age.
No. Oh, for me, my testing?
Yes,
Are you talking about when I tested my DNA?
yes,
Because
yes.
you're breaking up. Okay. So when I first joined Sisel, I was so horribly sick, and I've got my pictures. When I do my own Zoom, I think I need to share that kind of thing. I might have sent you some pictures, but I didn't do the age reversal products except for the age pill. I did do the age pill and I did fucoidan. And I was so sick, it took me about 6 months to really get on my feet. I had lost 15 pounds in 3 months, and I thought I had cancer because my mother died at 69 and she had cancer from smoking 4 packs a day. And anyway, thank God I didn't have it. But so it's been I would say 5.5 years. I've been taking 7 years for this, the age pill. About 5.5 years, I've been on TSX, which won a Nobel Prize and all the astronauts take that. That is your telomeres. And I don't really want to get into all the scientific things about that. That's another show. But the telomeres tells you when you're going to die. And most people around my age, 75, 80, are going to, maybe they have 15 or 10% of their telomeres. I was tested and my telomeres are at 70%. And I was actually thrilled. And the doctor said he's only seen one other woman with the same. But I think this is all new, what is happening with resveratrol. anyone on this call, look up Dr. David Sinclair. Now he's doing the chemical, the big pharma chemical, slowing down the aging process, but he's doing it with resveratrol, and that's what we use. Resveratrol actually will slow down the aging process. And in our fucorin, oh my gosh, that has eight molecules, but we have a product with resveratrol that when you take 1 ounce, and you don't want the pills from these places, 1 ounce is the equivalent of, gosh, this is why I don't want, I'm not sure about recording,
Okay.
close to 89, 90 glasses of wine without the alcohol. That's how potent it is. I don't go a day without the 3 liquid nutraceuticals that this company has. It is phenomenal. You'll see commercials on television for vitamins, things for your brain, things like that. Those, in my opinion, those products, the people are spending hundreds of thousands and millions on the commercials and not the product. At least my doctor said, don't buy anything, and don't buy gummies. There's a whole thing about gummies. Everyone's eating gummies.
A
That's
lot of
the
sugar.
don't touch gummies. But so is there does anyone want to ask me any questions about,
Thank you. I appreciate
or
hearing.
does anyone have any kind of issues that they're concerned about, medical issues and things like that?
Excuse me, Valdene. I got a question.
Yes, Brian.
Bobbie, I got a question. What's the side effects from this information that you're given about this medicine? Is the side effects very high or low, or it depends on your age, or what are your health conditions
Okay.
already before you start taking this medication?
Okay, first of all, this is not medication. These are natural from the earth. Everything is natural, but very potent. There are side effects. There are no side effects. The only one I would say with the age pill, and I start people off just 1 in the morning, 1 at night on an empty stomach, is because it does have niacin in it, which actually helps with your cholesterol. But no, there are no side effects because these are God-given things that, you know, grow in the forest and are, just, it's all natural, but high in potency. Oh, I will tell you something. I want to tell you this one thing. So it's not medication. These are supplements and highly advanced scientific nutraceuticals. And I don't think anyone there's a company that actually has the same, some of the same things, but we're manufacturing for them. So say they have 1 molecule, we have 8. And it's because they can't, we have no debt and we own everything, and these are the scientists, and they spend years on these products, coming up with this. They have a lot of scientists working for them as well. But I'll just tell you this one story. We have a product, I think it was for memory, but I'm not sure. But Sisel and Supernatural, they got $250,000 in ingredients in the company, to make this product. And what Sisel does is they test everything 3 times, at least 3 times, to make sure that there's no toxins or nothing odd in it. And so after just 1 testing, it did not pass. And this is $250,000 in ingredients. And Sisel called up Top Mount, they called up the place they got the ingredients from, and they said, this doesn't pass. We're sending this back. And you know what the company said? Don't send it back to us. There's another manufacturing facility that will take it.
Okay,
See,
so thank you, Bobbie. I got one more question.
Sure.
So what would be the turnover time for me filling these products, or another level up of vitamin, would you say? what would be the turnover time before I start to feel better
Uh-huh.
or healthier or whatever the case may be? 3 months, 6 months, a year,
Well,
or
first of all, I don't know what you have or how old you are, but I will tell you, everyone is different. But think of your body. Let's say it's a ton of liquid, and you know what's in all the sugar, preservatives, gunk, all the horrible stuff, you know, that we're the toxins and everything that are in all these products, not our products, in the products out there. So your body is filled with that, okay? And then you're going to take, you know, say the liquid nutraceuticals, and you're going to take that every day. If you're 60, it took you 60 years to get where you at, and your body's failing. So you need to start putting good in and let the bad go out and start detoxing. And there's a lot you can do. And it's simple. It's simple. You just have to be disciplined. Like when people take the age pill, you know, some people will take it for a week and then they didn't take it. And then, you know, so it's hard to say. It's up to your body. But I will say, the better in shape you are, the faster you're going to get even in better shape. There's big turnarounds, but I can't predict what your body will do. For me, it was 6 months on just 2 products. I didn't take anything else. I didn't do the skincare. I didn't do anything, only fucoid and the H pill. That's all that turned me around. And then I was learning, and I didn't even tell people about this company in the beginning because, again, I didn't want to make enemies or anything like that. And I had to fly there to see it for myself.
right, right.
I flew there and I met the company. I met all the scientists, the family, and I did all my research. Then I flew to New York and met, and I think he's there now. I met someone there who lives in New York and Puerto Rico, and he's in the Hall of Fame, and I'm going to have him on one of my calls. He's in the Hall of Fame for direct marketing, and they only accept 200, and he's number 138 out of 52 million people in direct marketing. So he taught me a lot, and he's with us. So I did my homework, Brian. This is a fantastic company.
Great,
Just
great.
just try a little bit. And,
Yes, yes.
and I will tell you, I'll give my number out that anyone can call me. I do get back to everyone. Sometimes it takes me because I'm flooded with, you know, a lot of people.
Yes, yes.
But I never leave anyone out. I love helping people. So maybe if you want to tell me the things that you're having issues with, I can help you with that later.
Well, I'm pretty much a healthy guy. Like, you know, not to just be bragging or anything, but I'm pretty healthy guy.
Good.
Uh, my next question, and then I'm finished, because
How old are you?
I'm 58.
Okay, well, you're getting to that.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm in great shape.
that's great. Great.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I'm not going to get into that right now. That's not what the show's
You
about.
work out and yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
good.
My next question is, the diet has to change with these supplements, correct?
Well, I believe lifestyle and diet and what you're eating is so important. But you're in good shape. I bet you already eat well.
Well, if I be
I
honest
can't,
with you,
I can't, I'm sure you're not going to sit down with a quart of Haagen-Dazs if you're in great shape.
no, I'm in great shape. No fat, period, at all.
Great.
You know, 100 push-ups every morning.
Oh,
But
wow.
I have a really big problem. I'm a coffee lover. That's a
Oh,
really big problem, you know?
oh, no coffee. So
Yeah,
can I tell you about coffee?
sure.
So I love this company. So what I learned is 98, we are only 2% in the world. We cook, not roast, we cook coffee with an infrared light. 98% of coffee in the world, in my opinion, I guess I have to say, has acrylamides and all kinds of things. What are acrylamides? Have you ever burnt toast? Have you ever charcoal, like had a steak on the charcoal on the grill and charcoaled it? You know, you burn it so that that charcoal, that produces acrylamides, which causes cancer. We only roast our coffee beans with an infrared light. And we have to do it in smaller batches, but we get our coffee from Panama 16 years in a row. It's been one best tasting. We also put 5 herbs in, including the king of herbs, chaga. You will throw away all your coffee, because I hated coffee and I didn't know why. It was always bitter. It tasted funny. Wait till you try our coffee. You're not going to believe it. And it's what is it, that Geisha Bacopa? Have you ever heard of that?
No, I haven't.
Well, if you look it up on Amazon or something, you know, it goes for 50, couldn't go up to 250, 300. It's very expensive coffee. We have, again, from Panama, the sweet soil, and it comes from 3 places on the volcano. You won't believe, I'm telling you, the coffee is unbelievable. And we have tea also.
I tell you what, Bobbie, I'm
But
gonna make a deal with you.
but
If you sell me on the coffee, I'll
I'll
be ready for the investment on the other products.
you are going to love the coffee. And I would say, so we have the instant with the, and then we have the ground. Both are excellent, but I personally love the ground. Even when you open it up and you smell, oh my God, you just
Don't
know
you
it's
start
good.
nothing tonight.
What did you say? Yeah,
Yeah.
I have to tell you my little formula for coffee.
Yeah.
I do a pot at a time, because I like to just, I just brew it and then, but I take a little pinch of cinnamon, and then I do the coffee, and then I do a little bit of, sometimes I do our collagen. We have collagen B3, fantastic. So sometimes I put collagen in, but sometimes I'll froth some milk, but I put a little, have you ever heard of Bailey's Irish cream?
Yes.
Okay, I'm talking about like a quarter of a teaspoon or something, and I froth it. Sisel has these frothers. I don't know if they're still selling them now, but they're itty bitty little things. And I froth it, and then I add a pinch of chocolate mint sprinkles.
Sounds impressive.
It's good, but I do a lot of different things with Sisel products. They have a hydrogen stick that's unbelievable. Hydrogen is one of the biggest discoveries in science.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
thank you so much, Bobbie. Those are my
welcome.
3 questions that I had right off the top of my head.
You're gonna get the coffee, and you're gonna call me
Oh,
and say, I
absolutely.
love it.
Absolutely. I'm a coffee connoisseur, and if I've been drinking the wrong coffee, I don't mind changing.
You don't want the acrylamides. Look it up. It's not just acrylamides. I'm not going to say all the things, but there's a lot about coffee that people don't know. And if you're going to drink it, drink a quality coffee. And by the way, I think it costs about $30 or something. I'm really bad at the numbers. I can't remember all, but it's something so reasonable. How do we do that? Because we own the manufacturing facility that manufactures for all those other companies. We don't have any debt. It's brilliant. Do you get it?
Yes. Thank you so much, Bobbie. Thank you so much.
I want to hear
Thank you,
from
Ivane.
Oh, you're welcome, Brian. Thank you for coming, and thank you for listening, and thank you for answering and asking. And so, Bobbie, it's so funny when you were mentioning the coffee and the shaga mushroom in it. It's it's like you're getting fed, literally fed nutrition while you're
Yes.
enjoying the flavor of something that you enjoy. That's kind of a win-win. So, Brian, you're probably gonna love that.
Yeah.
And everybody's talking about cinnamon, adding a little bit of cinnamon to this and a little bit of cinnamon to that. That's pretty powerful because cinnamon is actually good for circulation. So let's keep in mind also, as we mentioned at the top, that Bobbie, along with everything else that she does, is also a certified nutritionist and cancer prevention coach. So nutrition is her thing. So when you hear her speak about Sisel and their products, it's not just from an outside end user or even a manufacturer's rep, but she is someone who absolutely knows nutrition and the value of good nutrition in the body. So she's standing on all legs with this company because she can check them, like, hey, you said, oh, okay, because I know, you can check them on. So that's very good. I want to definitely thank you, Bobbie. Is there anyone else who has any questions? Okay, so today is the kickoff of building healthier and wealthier with alternatives. And what we presented today on this Monday is a company called Sisel. You can visit my website, Sisel, SISEL.net/EVADYNE96. The numbers, 96. Anyone else, any questions? I'd like to thank you for coming on. You might be on mute, but we're here offering opportunities for wellness, for better health. Again, that's the priority. I love network marketing businesses because it gives you your time freedom. You get to set your schedule, but most importantly, you get to pick and choose what services or products you are interested in providing to others. Along with individuals getting involved with this company on a business level, it's also an excellent funding source for nonprofits. I look at nonprofit organizations and how they have to find their money, their grant money, or they might do like 1-day events to raise money. But when you have companies that allow for residual income and the building ability within that organization to continuously receive funding through the sales and promotion of a product or service, that's powerful. And that's where I am very comfortable with the word alternative in building healthier and wealthier with alternatives. I don't consider nutraceuticals and natural food-based products and making your smoothies and adding your herbs. I don't consider that alternative in my book. That is the original way it was meant to be because it is written in most of the books that people read. I have given you all that you need. That's from the sea, that's from the trees, that's from the ground, that's from the creator. I have given you all that you need. So alternative for me when it comes to treatment of conditions and or utilizing items to prevent conditions that we see coming upon us, this is the natural way. The alternative, again, is how we can produce wealth. And again, with information, that's wealth also. The information you receive, you're building that bank. I like this. You're building that bank in your head when you're getting very good information, because when a withdrawal has to be made from that bank in your head of that information that you receive, you're now depositing it into someone else so that they could be better at what they do. They could be healthier, physically healthier. They could be more informed. And when they go into their bank as a deposit, when it comes time for them to withdraw, they will be depositing to someone else. That's so valuable. I'm glad this is recorded. So if there are no more questions, I truly appreciate everyone coming on. Bobbie, for taking the time with me and to share this information effectively. Everyone, just go to the website. You'll see the products. You'll see what the company is all about. Bobbie painted a beautiful picture. She should be a painter and a drummer. She painted a beautiful picture of the family behind Sisel and their commitment to creating a legacy and healthy people. That's what the company's about, healthy people. So I will stop there. I'll just open the floor one more time if there's anyone who has any questions or any comments, including you, Bobbie. Okay, well, today is Monday, August 12th. Thank you for this launch. Let's keep it going. Next week, we will have another business, but of course, we're here. Reach out to Bobbie. Get your coffee, Bryant. Thank you very much. Be in touch with everybody, and I wish you all a great every day.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Evalene, and thank you so much, Bobbie. And I will take you up on the coffee.
Sure. Okay. Let me know. Bye-bye.